To what we saw yesterday, a sobering element. We do start on train, so let's see how things go here. We've got Team Spirit on that CT side, and DreamEaters on this T side, and they had some good T sides yesterday, DreamEaters. Can they replicate it against Team Spirit? That is another question entirely.
There's no P250 for DreamEaters, so again, with that boost, maybe it would have been a headshot, a one-shot from there with the P250. I think that Team Spirit, what I expect is Team Spirit will punch through more of the holes that DreamEaters have in their game. As you can see, Sam Young in a forward position. Seems that Speedak was caught off guard. We'll drop a Molotov as well. In the meantime, the bomb being planted on the side. Oh, he's just a little too high as it's a crouch plant. Disbalance goes up top. His teammates with him as well, and they've got a 4 versus 4 situation. His elevation will limit where the Ts can stand in this post plant, but it's up to the CTs to be the aggressors at this point, all around the IV old bomb position. Disbalance in the red now, Sotfit getting the first kill in this engagement post plant. Forrester by the E-box, jiggling, just trying to distract. I don't know if anybody's defusing in the smoke, and that might bring the Ts forward. He still don't have any frags in his 4 versus 4. Now 3v2. Forrester gets there in the end, just swiping, and there's a revenge kill. Another player on the bomb chopper with the kit, and there's got to be a meat shield here. Disbalance needs to be in the right place. There's a defuse just in time. 3 knife kills, could even be 4. 4 knife kills in the pistol round. What the hell is going on that?
That's so much money. Sviat's got 2 of them as well. Oh my god. If you get the bomb down, you get 2 knife kills. Wait, they got 3 knife kills, didn't they? Yeah, you got the bomb down and 3 knife kills. It's a 4 by James.
I want to see an AWP. Someone's got to have a second round AWP.
Yeah, Sviat should be able to afford one, right?
There we go, Disbalance and Speedak. 2
so
AWPs in the second round.
I've never seen this in my entire 5 years of Counter-Strike commentary. I think it's fair to say.
There was a tournament that we were actually, no, there's no time. There's no time because, again, there's heavy action here from both sides. Coldy flash through, it'll be a 1-for-1, but there could be a follow-up from Sotfik with the MP9. So the Ts have an AWP, but do they know that the CTs do just yet? I love this. What a fantastic start to a best-of-3 series. 4 knife kills in the pistol round, 2 AWPs in the second round.
3 knife kills. There wasn't a 4th. Was there 4?
There were 4 knife kills in the pistol round. There was the CT knife kill on the person defusing the bomb. There was a knife kill on the person on that CT, and then there were 2 knife kills at the end around connector.
Oh my god! I thought it was 3. That's so mad. That's got to be a record. That's got to be a record.
Well, DreamEaters have been slowed down quite a lot by this action in the IV area. It seems they want to take control and take all the information away. Crad, in the meantime, was going to show some presence towards B. That won't cause a rotation. There's already 2 players deep, and they will continue to pursue here. Crad trying to show something, trying to invite players, and maybe Disbalance is forced to rotate because the CTs don't really have eyes. A little guesswork. In the meantime, there's 3 players still creeping up Ivy. And they're starting to go towards B or hug the connector. Now, it's going to be really hard for Team Spirit because of Crad is now in the pop dog position. So there's going to be a nice split of the A-bomb site. That's a huge frag. Sam Young taking that. We've got the connector players moving in to try and stop the defuse. Disbalance shooting all over the place. They could lose everything at these CTs. They're really out of position. Sviat getting a last-minute kill, but Chopper's got to be taken care of. And he will be with 7 seconds on the clock. Sotfik won't find an angle in time. Now what does he choose to do? He doesn't have a defuse kit. There could be one somewhere. Coming in for the retake with a French gun. Crad still in the pop dog position. He's picked up the AWP. There's a sound cue with his rifle dropping, so they know where he is now, but he's just going to save the AWP. That is quite the collection of rounds we've seen so far.
When have you ever seen an AWP in the second round on, like, an AWP apiece on either side on the second round? That's insane. I can't wrap my head around it.
Some of us played a tournament on Faceit, and we were up. I think it was for some Mythic League thing. We were up against FPLC players, and I knifed 2 of them in the pistol round towards the B bomb site. But that was quite something. So there's one on a diffuser. There's the one straight back. So there's 2 knife kills. Then there's 3 knife kills, and then there's 4 knife kills.
Oh my god!
Marvelous stuff. That's got to be a record for. Well, I guess we're not quite in the major yet, technically speaking.
Still, though, we're at LAN. This is
for a major
serious business,
kind of major circuit match.
It's not on online pugs.
4 knife kills in any one round.
Yeah, that's incredible. And 2 warps in the second round. Unbelievable. So weird. Right, okay. I don't really know where to go from there. Well, it looks like, I mean, at least the AWP was saved. Sofig was managed to save that one and carry it away, so that is a plus. But DreamEaters look, they look ready and raring to go. To see how they continue to attack it, due to the fact that they know there's an AWP still in the mix for the CT side, and Team Spirit are buying around it as they should, I think, in this situation. DreamEaters looking like they might just go for it could be like just a nade dump on the A bomb side. Try to get some info, bait out some counter grenades, then you re-execute, or they might just go with it. We'll have to see. Kinky's got the bomb. He's leading the charge there towards T-Con. Sotvik's close with the UMP. This is perfect, actually, for Sotvik. Oh my god, he's done a lot of damage, but he had to get some kills here. They don't seem to have any idea that he's there. Oh my god, he gets to execute them.
Through the smoke, and he's got the rest of his team to hold back behind the smokes, although 2 of them have deagles, so, well, I was going to say something could be done, but with only 2 players left for DreamEaters, that's going to be quite the tall order. 1 on an AWP. Forrest is going to have a lot to do. Again, disbalance is the main issue here. Apart from the numbers swarming, you can see him at the stop sign, but he hasn't been seen just yet. Forrest are creeping. No one's got information. Cody's taken out. It's a beautiful second kill. Really important. Got a lot more position now. You can see Disbalance rotating to that Ivy area. There are no smokes. Take him out of position. There's a flashbang. And now Disbalance is the last man standing. It might cost him. They're almost lining up for him. Oh, just... Yeah. Oh, did he run out of bullets, or was he just afraid? Fired a few, then tried to jump around the corner. Didn't quite work out. That one went really down to the wire.
That second shot was amazing from my Disbalancer. That was really, really close. Barely scraping by on that one. And you have to imagine, if he doesn't get this second shot, like, the guy's off the screen. That's crazy. But yeah, if he doesn't get that shot, then you know, we know that, Forrester, he can just run to B, he can plant the bomb, he gets an after plant. There's all sorts of craziness can happen. So nips that in the bud, I Disbalance, and that's another force buy coming in from the likes of DreamEaters. Have to see what they can do with this one. Quick to sandwich though, Kinky, and this time Sotvik's going to get annihilated. So that's a good start here, and this flashbang's going to work out brilliantly towards Ivy. They didn't seem prepared here at Team Spirit, and they are suffering. Everyone is going down. I Disbalance once again has to do so much, and he's not got too much. Well, he's got no teammates left to help him out here, so might just have to get out of dodge. This has been a fast-moving round for sure.
I don't know why Sotvik thought he could just run through a smoke like that on the CT side alone at that point in the round. But not the best start in this round from Team Spirit. Disbalance with a nice shot there, but he's got a lot more to do now. Trying to hold on to his AWP. That was unusual, that jump through the smoke. Well, this has been quite the war of attrition so far between these 2 squads. And there is a flank coming, if he's ready for it. Man like Disbalance. Does he go straight away? Does he wait in case there's some fire? Smart stuff. Oh, the timing doesn't work out. I wonder if he was seen over the top when he jumps.
That's unlucky. Either way, it will be surely a full save now for the CTs. They can't afford to not have 4 buys. That would be quite the problem. Some nice shots here from my Disbalance to at least get some damage in.
I'm on Team Force Buy.
Oh my god, they're actually force buying again.
Someone's got to win a consecutive round. It's generally how it ends up going. If they just continue to trade, it's just force after force after force until a consecutive round is won.
Still though, I think it can, I mean, that whole battle is more favorable for the Ts, so I'm a little bit worried for Team Spirit. But we'll see how they manage to balance themselves after this one, be it a win or a loss. DreamEaters taking control all over the place, so they are making it hard for Team Spirit to know exactly what they're doing. And DreamEaters are just waiting a little bit before they go for a timing. It seems like they want to get themselves into that outer bomb site once again, given the positioning they have around the dumpster. But they don't have any control towards Team main, and we're getting some proactive play here from the CTs to try to discern what's happening.
Down track goes, and that's not quite going to work out. No frags, importantly. He's expendable, but he's been expended, and they don't have any more map control for it. They don't have any information. They know one player's on B, that's about it. So that's not a good situation for DreamEaters, all things considered. They have some smokes to deploy, excuse me, and a Molotov on Forrester. All four are on the A bomb site, but look at the flank from Sotfik. There are 35 seconds to plant the bomb, and Sotfik's flank may stop them from being able to plant the bomb. They don't have a smoke towards the Ivy position just yet, and it looks like they're going to go for the plant. Sotfik won't be in position in time, so there's worst case scenario ticked off, but it's still a pretty bad scenario if the timing is right for Team Spirit.
Yeah, it's actually not looking too bad at all here for the likes of DreamEaters, despite taking some hits from the scouts previously. The CDs can't quite close the distance. Do you have Idis Balance creeping around the bomb train here? He's going to get himself a quick frag there with the Mac-10. It might be another one afforded him. He has to swap to the M4. He might just get a CC stub gun. Barrel has poking around the corner, but there comes the frag from Forrester to trade it out, and he's going to finish it off. So there you go. DreamEaters will stabilize, and now they'll be able to play against the Eco, so they are going to be loving this position. I would have imagined, James, that Team Spirit would have had a strong CT side, but because of the way this map opened up, I feel like this chaos just doesn't favor them in the long term.
Well, it's more or less over now. I think part of that long-term question is what kind of situation will their money be in for their next buy. They're not going to have the highest loss bonus in the world because of the trading of the round, so that's going to be a big issue. They may be handicapped straight off the bat. We've got the cheerleader motorcading imagery going on.
The old Carrigan Mousesports stack, an old bomb. It's a good one. I've been on the receiving end of this once, and it was quite surprising. It's kind of cool. It's a good time to do it too, because I feel like when Carrigan first showed that, everyone was doing it and doing stuff like this, but then now it's kind of been. I don't think I've seen it all that much at all recently, so I think it's kind of out of people's minds.
I don't remember seeing this particular one for a very long time, actually, although my memory is terrible, but we've seen quite a few of those. We've seen them on Mirage and CC Spawn recently in this tournament, among other places. So they'll try to abuse these numbers. They've got one kill onto Crad. They've got no... they haven't made inroads towards the rifle, however, but there's still more to be done by these two players. Even with 2 HP, Sviat and Forrester are pretty low. We'll see if Kinky actually dares go for a bomb plant. They are running low on time a little bit. He's going to go for it. And where is this balance? By the Ivy position. Not going for the plant just yet, but that smoke won't go in time. Well then, it's just a question of damage here. Will anybody go towards the Ivy position? Sviat is deep right, as you can see on the X-ray, with 26 HP. And then Forrester with 14. A bit further away. But again, the main question really is what the money will look like, and it's not going to be good.
They got a kill though. I feel like when you're doing a full USP save, like 1 kill is good, and two kills is excellent. Anything more than that is incredible. So at least they got something out of that round. And you can see they are quite favored here on the GG bet odds. And I think, I'm definitely, in my mind, I'm thinking a 2-0 for Team Spirit in this series. But again, they're going to have to fight back from a bad start. They will have the AWP onto Idis Balance. Not the best selection of nades, but no time to go over that. We've got DreamEaters just charging into the bomb site here, speeding their way down towards the hell position. They've managed to get themselves there with a 1-for-1 trade, which is pretty good. But can they get any further than this? They're kind of stuck on this line for the time being. Good defensive smoke coming out. There's no one on Ivy to really worry about. And that smoke on Ivy's just gone away, so now Idis Balance has been activated with his AWP. This is looking difficult for DreamEaters, but they're still managing to get some frags. But that AWP presence is definitely a problem.
Chopper smartly moved into connector, so he's got cover, trying to avoid the variance of the smokes dissipating, not really knowing where the T's are. You can see the bomb is rotating. Crad, where does he choose to go? He's going to cut the noise just in case somebody's made a play towards B. But with his teammate by E-box, does he go down the ladder? You can see Disbalance just waiting in this exact position. Again, Ivy's going to be an important spot to deal with if they try to plant the bomb towards A, but the bomb's having a look towards B at the moment, and Chopper's just on the B side of connector, not doing anything too crazy. They've offered a smoke towards B, I do believe, which Chopper's interested in. There's this balance taken out in the meantime. That should be enough information for Chopper. Coming in from connector, the bomb still has to cross. He might hear the footsteps. Does he dare try to stop the plant? Surely he's got enough sound information. If he keeps moving to his left-hand side, this should be free for him. Can he find it in time? He's going for the second player first, but he sees Crad moving. Got to take him out. Needs to jiggle and bait the shot from Speedak. There we go, down to 12 HP, still alive. There's still a problem. And there's a shotgun shot up close. 5-2 for DreamEaters.
That was so close. Oh man, Chopper, he was so close. That's really unfortunate for him. Nice recovery there from DreamEaters. That it didn't go quite as well as they would have hoped on the initial entry into the A-bomb site. It was kind of interesting, their approach. They just all went down towards Hell, pretty much. I think 3 players darted down towards that position, which is an unusual way to do it. Usually, of course, the teams will spread out a lot more, try to take over positions around E-box and be able to have more lines of fire to break up the CT defense. But back onto the Felico for Team Spirit, and before you know it, they are going to be 2 against 6 as far as the rounds are concerned. And 4 players in that A-bomb side here for Team Spirits. They have a PT-50 at Deagle and a CZ this time, so offering slightly more firepower than the last go of it. He has in some trouble, so is Kinky, it seems. It looks like there'll be the cavalry coming in from the Pop Dog position in time.
So far, so good on this anti-eco round. Now, it is looking like a nightmare situation for Spirit at the moment. However, I think a better buy will be coming next. Disbalance has some damage to do. I mean, maybe this is winnable with Chopper to play off of this Disbalance, but he's dead now, of course. So we'll see what Chopper's able to do. Might be hard to get 2 frags out of this situation. All the T's are pretty close together, as you can see on the radar. That's a huge frag from Crad. Stop the bleeding for this round. Still plenty of money on the side of DreamEaters, but now the CT should have a firmer defense than we've seen in the previous rounds. Yeah,
and this is kind of what I was talking about before. The CT economy, when you're having the battle of the force buys and so on, sometimes it's worth thinking about how likely are we actually to win this force buy? Because sometimes it actually is, I think, a good decision to give it up a little bit sooner, just because if you're on the CT side specifically, the economies are not made equal in terms of the fact that the CT buy is much more expensive than the TT buy is. And situating yourself and stabilizing your economy takes a lot of work on the CT side. It's not like you have cheap buys and you have the benefit of just getting a bomb down even if you lose a round. That's the security the T side can bank on. So they love those force battle wars. I think it pretty much always is somewhat favorable for the T side in that sense. So we can see that Spirit now, they got a lot of catching up to do. They got the double ops out. This is by far the best buy we've seen from them. In round 9, we get the double ops and the Orgs. The Orgs are really important on this map as well. So good to see that they are able to grab some of those. And DreamEaters are changing their approach here. Looks like they want to put some pressure on Ivy, but they are playing a delayed pace, just in case Team Spirit were to enact shenanigans.
Nice to change the pace, dictate the flow of things, the tempo. Looking for some kind of aggression from Team Spirit, but their money's in the right place now. They're not in the previous situations where it was force versus force or a buy where they didn't have all the money in the world. Now they've got the full buy. They must know that they're being waited for, and it seems they're going to go for a nice pop flash play. There's the first flash. You can see the weapons being rattled off by DreamEaters. They know there are 2 towards the IV position, and Sophic may just get around the corner in time. He will. Getting that flash, they heard an AWP, they heard an AK-47. That's a lot of information for Team Spirit. It's not all the information, but it's a fair chunk. And here are the usual grenades. The smoke towards one end. You'd often throw a molly towards the other and try and put somebody up the IV position. Oh, Cody's got to be careful. Did he see the player in the pop dog? From up that train, there is a gap you can hold for this position. Smoke up there for the time being. I do wonder, though, if they did see somebody. Anyway, there's 30 seconds for DreamEaters to make a play.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit scary now. And I love how Team Spirit have taken these forward positions. This is so painful. Somebody Young will assist there, so Sophic is going to be safe despite being very blind, playing those anti-flash positions. They can't afford to be messing around in T-Con here. There's no time to plant the bomb. The bomb's now down, courtesy of Chopper, leaving Sviat alone, and now he will get fragged as well. And you hate to have that situation happen, right, James? You know, your hand is forced by the time, and you kind of put yourself in that spot.
Yeah, I like the CT response. They saw nothing around the map from Team Spirit, from DreamEaters, and I think they realized they're waiting for some kind of aggression, so let's give them some aggression with some well-placed pop flashes, which caused some problems towards IV. The smoke was up, they managed to escape in time and just hold down the choke point. And again, that's a good level of information at that point. And then sort of response, getting aggressive towards A main as well. So DreamEaters kind of overplayed their hand in that respect.
Yeah.
It seems in that particular round, and the double ops continue for Team Spirit, as well as the grenades and so on. We see the lineups for DreamEaters, so this may be a faster round. Got Forrester quickly towards the top of the ladder at the very least. Still 4 players towards A for Team Spirit, some late grenades in A main, but no mollies to hold position.
Some counter flashes will be deployed as well by Team Spirit. Nice molly actually into the bomb train. That's actually going to be a bit annoying for the CTs, but bomb is going to be going down here amongst the smoke, but it's not going to work out. You can see that Somla Young knows his angles. He'll take some fire back, but he's still standing. And Coldy just holding onto the held position. It's a faster round here from DreamEaters, but a lot, well, the end result might be the same here. They're struggling to find any success with this push. So yeah, now desperately trying to push forwards towards the bomb train. He is the last one standing, and Somla Young will take him down as well. And they will stand with 4 players strong at the end of this round. Team Spirit defending that outer push, that outer set piece, really easily, actually.
Yeah, it's a wall of smoke through the bomb train, but they went for the side plant. So it's just an easy lineup. You can see half the train just line up along the side of the train and spray. If someone's there, they're going to die, and they did. So that was a rough spot for DreamEaters. Couldn't really make any plays beyond the smoke, any pop flash plays or anything, so did half the job, couldn't do the other half. And now they find themselves on pistols after that previous round as well. So maybe there's time for Team Spirit to stabilize at this point. Their money's not spectacular, but I would expect it to grow after the conclusion of this round, all things considered. At this point, DreamEaters have got no grenades, just 3 Desert Eagles, 2 Desert Eagles. Where again, if you can find a tight channel for your opponent to peek you in and bait them into a duel, then maybe you can find yourself a headshot.
A little jiggle, a little tease. Good timing there for Midas Balance. All right, well, this one will be over very shortly. Oh, hello. Siat with a 1 Deek. There's a good response from Coldy, so nothing really to worry about here for Team Spirit. It looks like they're getting into the swing of things now, which is really good. It just, unfortunately for them, it took them a while to get to this point due to the chaos. We saw 4 knife kills in 1 round. That is so, I don't understand. It's incredible. Team Spirit definitely the favorite team in this series. The team with way more experience for sure. They will be absolutely expecting to win all their matches. Although Force gave them a bit too much trouble. Just yesterday. So we go 3 orgs, double offs, and even. This is looking so good right now for Team Spirit. DreamEaters have to kind of figure out something new. They tried changing the pace. They tried the outside set piece. We haven't seen a solid B round from them just yet. And you know, a lot of teams will maybe go default in and then into a delayed B hit. Could be one of the more basic ways to do it, just so it's not as predictable. And Team Spirit still have 4 players on the A bomb site, so there is still a window of time for DreamEaters to perhaps hit this B bomb site and only have to worry about the 1 man on the site.
Chopper was holding a molly in case of a fast play, which will leave him with confidence. He dropped a smoke grenade for the time being, but he's still got a molly if he wants to deploy it. However, it's been a while since there were mollies from DreamEaters towards upper B, so at some point they'll have to make a play. And you can see on the radar the current players for Chopper to delay and Sotfik to have a look and see what's going on towards the A bomb site. So he's going to help secure the rotation, but it's not going to come in fast enough, it seems, because they're charging through to Sidewalk now, and Chopper needs a lot of help. So far, so good. He'll be traded by Krad, though. He needs to try and take the rest of this train yard now for his team.
Yeah, this might be quite difficult. DreamEaters don't have an enormous degree of space. Like, they haven't moved forwards all that much. It's just Krad. So if they're able to deal with Krad, suddenly the retake will be able to move quite quickly towards that bomb train and start pressuring that bomb. But they have to deal with Krad somehow, and these smokes are quite annoying. Krad, I don't know if they've seen him just yet. They've got to start the move as they start to move down these channels together. Krad's actually going to try to sneak past them. This is beautiful work from Krad. He's going to take down Coldy, spraying him down in the back. The return is there from Sotfik. They don't have any smoke grenades here. This is getting quite desperate for Team Spirit. They've really been a bit too slow, and it looks like this should be good now for DreamEaters.
Yeah, I don't know what Somdayoung's plan there, standing in the smoke, was. Maybe to get some last-minute eliminations, but that bomb was so far ticked, it was a very high chance he was going to die, but I guess he was looking to take some weapons away from his opponent. Maybe waiting for some sound cues before they're running away, but there we go. 7-5 in favor of DreamEaters. We'll see what their buy looks like once they're finished. Just going to have some problems. An MP5, a Galil. So again, there would have been value in some kills there. So it was a nice spray from DreamEaters through the smoke to stop that from happening. Don't know how many survived actually after the bomb anyway. Sviat trying to charge into the A-bomb site. He's created some space for his teammates, but Coldie is delivering kill after kill. He's seen one parent sandwich, and Sundayung's there to finish him off as well. There's a trajectory from Olaf, and surely there's another one. He sees the gun swinging from left to right. There's only one other player to worry about, Speedak. They don't know where he is, but they're all alive. They've done 2 damage in this round, DreamEaters. Just run into the AWP, but don't get tunnel vision. There's 4 of you on the A-bomb site. Okay, Coldie's just waiting. Got the angle over the smoke.
I mean, normally, I think, so there's a play where the first player throws a Molotov like all the way down to the bottom of hell so that the AWP can't peek you whilst you're running down that line. But I don't think I've seen him throw that Molotov, and it's a mouse sports, or well, I first saw mouse sports doing this particular play, but it always features this deep Molotov to prevent the AWP from doing that. So with that adjustment, perhaps more success could be found. As you can see here, Coldie's able to peek this position. There's no Molotov, there's nothing there to stop him from doing this. And that's a huge issue. It's a big problem in that particular round that they selected. Got to get that molly out. But it can be really strong because you can gain ground so quickly by doing it. That's kind of the point of it. So, not a perfect one from DreamEaters, and they will suffer the consequences back onto the Glocks.
Some glass being broken above the ladder, and DreamEaters will wait. A cheeky peek from Krad somehow manages to escape without being shot at all. And that's the benefit. You saw the CTs just shot the glass a second ago to allow the Molotov to sail in. This balance will fall back with the AWP. Now you want to fall back a little further. You don't want... even if you take out 2 players and the third one picks up the AWP, that wouldn't be an ideal situation. First shot for Disbalance, the molly goes deep to stop a bomb plant, or across at least. Will be the latter. Chopper, got to be careful. Into the flames, Fiat goes. No damage done. Going into the next round at least.
You got the bomb down.
15 for Disbalance.
At least?
Yeah.
That's nice, money.
This is a quick half, it feels like. I mean, we've seen some rushes into the A-bomb site, so those have been brief. I feel like it's kind of flown by.
We've had a lot of force buys at the beginning, and then I think it was like 2-6 before the game kind of started and sort of normalized in that sense. And since then, as you can see, DreamEaters have only got 1 round, and Spirit have managed to pull 5 together. So they've really stabilized. And we are looking at an 8-7 half here. Don't know who will get the 8, but one of these 2 teams will. If I was a betting man, I would probably say Team Spirit, given the comfort we've seen since they had their full buys. I don't think they've really looked... I think they've only lost 1 full round where they've had these full buys, and it's been that B rush. And once again, we get a quick dive in towards Olafmeister. It will be punished, and that's going to be a wrap for Mr. Krad and his teammates. They haven't really gained any space anywhere else. It's down to the Ivy players. That's the next kind of part of this push, is the Ivy guys have to unlock the guys from Team Main and also from Popdog. And so that's going to be doing some good work there. Just popping out, taking down Sundayung.
Yeah, I think Sundayung was positioned looking for that peak, but didn't win the duel. So that's going to make it awkward for Coldie to hold his position, because he doesn't have all the cover in the world, I don't think. Actually, maybe Disbalance is looking towards main, but there's going to be a hole somewhere. Either Popdog or main, there's going to be an issue unless Coldie drops off. The smoke disappears, and indeed he realizes Sophic will have to be left alone to cover Ivy, so now everything has an angle. So we've got our Disbalance boosted towards the main position. So I don't know if anyone's got Popdog for the CT side. 45 seconds, and DreamEaters are waiting for a peak. There's got to be a hole somewhere. There's got to be curiosity somewhere, but Team Spirit are simply waiting. They put the smoke down in the right place. Is he going to have good timing on a potential spray through the smoke? They're still not doing much of anything. There's some HEs which will give away the position of 1 CT. Is Forrester going to make a play in the meantime? No one's actually watching the smoke for the T's. Sotfik's timing could be crucial. There's a flashbang from main, and Sotfik's going to come in for 1. Are there any more frags for him? There's another one, and Sviat is trapped now. 16 seconds to plant a bomb, and it's 2 versus 3. Bombs on the floor at the moment. We've got more rotation coming in. Disbalance taken out in the meantime. Shuffled by Connector is going to make it even worse, and Sotfik will finish off the job. 8-7 at half-time for Team Spirit.
Yeah, they had a good recovery, but can they finish it off on the T side of things? We'll have to wait and find out after the break.
And we're back. Time for these teams to swap sides. Man, I love this music. We need a playlist on the internet. I'm jamming to it every half time. Although, if I was like playing it outside, maybe I wouldn't enjoy it as much during the broadcast. So, perhaps after the major.
This spot was weird, by the way, because they waited to push until the smoke went away, and then Sotfik could just backstab all of them, which was...
I think it was partly their teammate repositioning in to main to throw the flash for them, but then I suppose they could have delayed their smoke if that was what they wanted to wait for. So
yeah,
it's all the same.
Didn't work out too well. The interesting thing is that I feel like DreamEaters got the perfect scenario because of the chaos on the first half. I think that Team Spirit would have had a way more rounds if this would have looked, if you know, we didn't get 4 knife kills in the pistol and it was actually a normal looking game instead on the first half. I think it would have been way better for Team Spirit. So now it's just a test of Team Spirit's T-side. I know that they can play a good T-side. I've seen it before against opposition that is definitely higher level. I would say some, you know, more top-level European opposition. So what can they offer here against DreamEaters?
Got 2 raid bosses. Coldy and Disbalance have both been dropped P250s. There's one gone, Disbalance with the second one. I like the idea of it, double peeking with P250s towards Ivy. However, they've both been wrecked, such is the nature of a pistol round. 3 players remain for Team Spirit. DreamEaters, beyond the Ivy position, they're all looking to abuse the ranges. You can see them playing around the back of the bomb site on A, and same can be said for Kradnik, Connector. He's got a smoke and a diffuse kit as well, which could have something to do with the remainder of this round. You can see him just spotting safely, so they're comfortable with a potential bomb plant on the B bomb site. There's a flashbang high. He's so far away, they won't be flashed for too long. Krad's going to deliver a kill as well. So a 5 versus 2 retake situation if Chopper can plant the bomb.
So they got the money secured at least, so that's good. But how
Secure
much
the bag.
money can Chopper make? Because it'd be really cool if he could get some additional headshots here. Oh, there we go. There's one. That's beautiful. Okay, how many more can he find? Some of these players are quite weak. Goes to the reload. And ooh, actually deals with Kinky there. Vertical shot. Very weak play. He can definitely get more out of this. But he will finally be taken down. And the defuse comes in. So DreamEaters pick up the pistol. But certainly an argument for Team Spirit to go for a force buy if they have a round for it. Otherwise, you know, waiting one round and just getting the AKs out is also very strong. We're not going to see 2 AWPs this next round. So if they wait 1 round to buy, they'll actually get a better buy than the CTs on round 3 of the second half.
The jump onto the bomb train towers is not a simple jump to do, actually. There's a map called jump_training in the workshop, and I always get stuck on that position. I can do it from time to time, but I cannot do it consistently to save my life, and I can't do it most of the time either. So I know that is a difficult one to do. Not that I'm a master of jumping, I'm not Launders. DreamEaters with a P90 and no Kevlar. When do you see that? A P90 and no Kevlar at close range. I feel like... I don't know what I feel like.
Well, I like the fact that Team Spirit went for this buy. It's a buy that's definitely... I think Gambit may have popularized it some time ago.
Wait. How do you win a pistol and then have a P90 and no Kevlar? Where are the helmets?
James. Oh no, they've lost the AK straight away, and looks like Kratos just going to shut this round down. Oh no, he's got... Okay, well, the AK is going to be picked up eventually.
They've got 2 helmets.
This has absolutely failed.
They get away with all of that.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
They get away with 2 helmets after winning the pistol round.
I think
and a P90 with no Kevlar.
Yeah, yes, it's a little bit weird. I think they were really expecting like a full eco, so maybe that's the reason, because they wanted to kind of cheat it a little bit and just cut a corner or two, so that because they know that the AKs are going to be coming on round 3, they know that they have to worry about the AKs, and you can see that it actually ends up working out for them quite well.
That is quite the calculated risk. That is the full Chinese abacus. Bean counting everything. I like the pie though. That was a spicy one. Team Spirit, once again with 2 players towards the IV position. Look at DreamEaters, look how active they are. They're in a main with 1:30 on the clock. Kinky was in there, but he's chosen to go back out again. You can see the, not sure if that was a HE or a flashbang. Weird angle for a flash, unless it bounced off the wall. But it's a very active CT side. There's a smoke in main, and Kinky's going to make his way towards an unknown position in the ladder area. It's going to walk in. You can see the scars of a Molotov on the floor. All right, so Team Spirit, they've got 2 towards IV. They've got 2 towards main, which DreamEaters were in but have fallen out of again. But they have shown presence with a smoke grenade there. So this is going to be a slow push from Team Spirit.
DreamEaters playing really far back though, so except Kinky, who's the only player forward, but he's got the P90, so that's expected.
Oh, this is going to be juicy.
40 seconds to go.
Yes, there it goes. No, maybe not.
Time is an issue. There comes another smoke. 30 seconds. There's some counter utility. There's still more. Forrester has an incendiary as well. This is problematic. There's flashbangs coming in now. They've got to go for it, and they've got to make the frags work. SVS is standing in the smoke as well. Oh well, no, this is going to be awful. Oh, this is just a disaster, James. They're all just getting absolutely wrecked here, trying to make it work, but there's no time now.
That was awesome from DreamEaters.
Yeah, it was.
They deserve more than this. They deserve more people alive. Kinky harassing with the P90. Why won't you return my calls? That was pretty solid. They were very present in main. They moved out of main after showing some presence there. They kind of gave themselves the extra man in that respect. Then, while other things were going on, Crad was on the bomb site, and he threw a Molotov into main, which I thought he threw the HE, but I could see him on the radar running forwards. But it was a Molotov with a HE behind it. There was a Molotov, I think, towards IV. There's all the grenade dumping, leaving them in a choke point, putting them in horrible situations, killing as much time as possible, and then Team Spirit were punished accordingly. So they need to show up and show us why these odds are so heavily weighted in their favor, because that was not quite the round from them that we were looking for.
Yeah, definitely. Well, this is another thing I was kind of getting at. The first half, for me, that's where Spirit are going to be able to run away with things. But because it was such a weird first half and so much chaos and force buying, they didn't get a buyout, a proper buyout until like round 9. So that I think handicaps them immensely. Now DreamEaters, the ball is well and truly in their courts, in a really good position now. I'll have to see if we'll get a change of pace from the likes of Team Spirit. I guess there is presumably a technical delay.
All right, the Brofists would say that the round is resuming. So here we go, 10-8. DreamEaters with a very proactive CT round. And that's CT sides is, I think, where there's been a lot of shortcomings for them. So, I mean, perhaps they are self-aware, because I liked how proactive they were. They took the game to their opponent. They took map control away. They created space for themselves on the CT side. And then they put him into positions where they were in a terrible situation.
Look at this buy. This is a really weird buy. They got, like, a few players have money left, but some don't. I don't understand what the money is happening with their money, James. Can you explain it to me?
It's not quite the Hero AK. It's something more than that.
Yeah, it's like they've it's like a tipping point of being fully invested, and you may as well spend everything. And I feel like they're kind of there.
Well, let's see what happens. They've got no grenades at this point. I don't know if they started with some, but for the point is at this point, they have no grenades and they've got nothing to show for it if they had any earlier on. So they're going to need to just run in dry. Maybe Disbalance tries to get a kill from upper or something, but if that doesn't happen, they need to have, I guess, the AK go in second to try and trade frag or create some space, but this is an interesting one. What you gonna do? They're all towards B, which is fine. So there we go. Pistol's going up first, swinging wide, and the AK's got to clean up. Somehow only gets to one, but Coldy will follow up. So there has been some bedlam, and Disbalance is in position with the AWP. So far, so good.
Yeah, that's actually the saving grace here, is that Disbalance is alive with the AWP. They can make that work. Coldy pushing forwards amongst the smoke. That's also a good play, not standing on the bomb itself. Ooh, Disbalance. That's very quick, very good adjustment to find the kill onto Speedak. They might just convert this one. It looked really weird as far as the fire is concerned. But now it's down to Disbalance. Another great shot from him. Surgical precision. He will be baited out, though, by Kinky as he taps the bomb. The P90! And a leg shot comes in. And, of course, the P90 prevails. The matchmaking special. Always, he just has just about enough time.
Nice. So I think the plan there for Team Spirit, have the pistol swing wide. The AK has to get a kill upper. Then have, I think there was a third pistol going down the ramp, and Disbalance gets position towards connector if they get the entries into the B bomb site. So as long as those things go well, then they have a chance. That they're in a strong position to cut off the rotations. So that was a strong effort, all things considered. And the bomb plant seems key because look at the buy they're able to get. Certainly helps with all the frags. As you can see, Disbalance able to buy a full buy with 0 in the bank. So they did their calculations.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's also another odd thing about it, because they did it in a way where, as you say, they had to get the bomb down. It was a non-negotiable for a buy this round, yet they didn't have any utility to do that with. So that is quite an odd one. But either way, all Chopper's in a lot of trouble here. Yeah, that's a fantastic punish from DreamEaters. They are playing this pretty well. However, there comes the quick peek from Coley. That's a really nice opportunity taken by him. And DreamEaters are playing very passively now. They only really have Kinky in the forward position. He will be pretty key shutting down this. If they go for the Ivy and T-main split, which is one of the classics, he'll be keen trying to shut that down. That's a great shot there from Speedak. Important. One more player to go, and the T-main players will push out as well, and they'll take down Kinky. So they lose one towards Ivy, but they have the bomb safe at this point, and it is moving towards the A-bomb train. So there is a good chance here that they can get another bomb down, especially with Disbalance just running around backlines like that.
33 seconds to plant the bomb, and Crad is alone now with Forrester getting dropped. Avoids the flashbang, can't get the shot through the floor. And left to back off away from this one. Money is broken for DreamEaters after that very expensive round. So it's working out for Team Spirit. They've turned things around strongly in their favor, I think, at this point, at least in the short term, with that interesting buy in the round prior. So they're going to make the deficit 2. Which is pretty good, but an AWP still alive is quite important, and maybe DreamEaters can do something. If they can get into position to do, if they can afford a flashbang here or there, then something might be possible. And if Team Spirit get into a 4v5 situation, they need to have that right response afterwards.
Disbalance has been playing pretty well. He looks really warm, like he's been in a deathmatch, because like he's hitting some great shots. He's 24 for 11 right now, and he's been a pretty big difference maker for Team Spirit. And the fact that they won these last 2 rounds in the way that they did is pretty huge. Like if we go back into the past a couple rounds ago, we had that really weird buy where they have to get the bomb down, and they had no utility and only 2 actual weapons to work with. And they actually managed to win that off of a like just a dry push, into a contact push into the B-bomb site. And that was kind of crazy because that was definitely not a favorable afterplant necessarily as well. DreamEaters had a lot of opportunities to win that one, and then that round just gone as well. Lots of spots there where DreamEaters were able to win it. They knew they had the information, they had the setups to work with, yet Team Spirit came out ahead. So this is looking really good for Team Spirit right now. They're hitting their shots, they're playing well together, and DreamEaters are struggling to hold and win their fights. And Crad and Sviat now on the rifles for DreamEaters. It's so interesting how we're seeing that on the CT side here as well.
Nicely timed.
Obviously, they get they get the gun safe, but I just like how there's always a rifle in even every save round.
All right, how are DreamEaters able to use this AWP? That is the main question. So before the round started, we asked for aggression, and they went towards Ivy, but Team Spirit were ready for it. But again, it seems they're going to re-aggress. But Crad's going in third, or he's just going to hold a line. I think they need to go through, really, and take that risk. But again, they had their flashbang play, didn't work out with the molly flying. Now they've got no grenade, so it's dry peaks. But they've just kind of got to go for that. If they just sit and wait, then I think they're unlikely to save. Oh, has he seen the player up top? He has. There we go. And that's a big indication as to what the plan is for Team Spirit. Setting up grenades towards the A-bomb site. They can move in through them, although Crad's the only person doing that at the moment. And again, there's no response to Team Spirit. So this is the kind of test where I think we might have problems. Team Spirit are 4 versus 5. They haven't got through any choke points just yet. How do they deal with this kind of situation?
I think an instant response to go B was smart, but you can see at DreamEaters, they had enough time to realize that Team Spirit are going to go and switch things up to B. And now they've got 4 players already on B. So this is definitely a problem. But they do have better weaponry overall. However, it's not going too well. We can see Sviat opening up with a double there. Kinky and Speedak on the bomb side itself. So yes, disaster. Absolute catastrophe has ensued here for Team Spirit. And it's all StarLadder can do to survive. But does he want to try to get some damage in? I mean, well, their money kind of sucks as well. It's actually kind of a weird position because you also do want to have your money with your teammates. But looks like they will have enough to get a full buy-in here due to Sophic being very rich.
This is actually what I expected to happen once Spirit got 4 versus 5. I expected them to just capitulate and the round becomes a disaster. Because I feel like that this is more likely to be a thing especially on a map such as Train. I think it's one of the harder maps to deal with a situation like this. So while it kind of looks easy on paper, I think at this level, we're going to see things like that happen more often than we might otherwise see. So we got a buy for both squads now, 2 AWPs for DreamEaters. Lots of bounty, thanks to that previous round. 2 players will start in the B-bomb side, maybe expecting a faster round. We've got the usual grenades, keeping the CTs on this. Forrester will quietly move away. Not too far, though. A little pre-fire from StarLadder. Crad's not too shy, but maybe he got shot through the wall. Down to 1 HP. He'll have to avoid every kind of grenade now, even a decoy.
1 HP. That is... I can't believe he's alive. That's kind of crazy. I wonder what part he'll have to play in this round. He's got full nades as well. Rotation coming in from Team Spirit towards inner now. 2-man set up upper. You don't see this one too often. 50 seconds to go, and Team Spirit now setting up, and Crad is definitely going to have some more impact, surely. Again, he's got a full nade set. There goes the incendiary. Forrester could be flashed into this position, actually. Okay, Crad has actually left his position and is no longer able to do so. Saying over the top of the smoke, he gets himself a collateral, and Forrester goes down. That's an important one from Sophic. But Crad, he's really having a lot of impact here with this AWP. That 1 HP. He's alive, and he has an AWP. He's a problem. Bomb does go down, though, and Coldie's in the 4 position, so there's solid opportunities here for Team Spirit still.
Man advantage for DreamEaters. We can see Kinky just waiting for the smoke, slowly edging forward. This balance takes Crad out, and here's the flank starting for Coldie. Surely he gets at least 1, might even be 2. There's the first player, spotted the second one, and that might shut down the round. Kinky going for the trade. 1v2 now, 1v1. Sophic, does he want to re-peek? There's no kit for Kinky. There might be one on the side. He's got to find it, but that molly's going to end everything, and he can pick up the kit and the AWP, but only run away. So that's the round in the bag for Team Spirit. The comeback continues. Double figures now for the T side.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a pretty nice recovery, all things considered. You know, Crowd surviving on 1 HP, getting a collateral, like doing a lot of work there, dropping the incendiary, delaying the push. The CT's got players in position, and still, you know, they conceded the round. And again, you know, some key kills came in from Idis Balance. He's really hitting his shots, like he's doing what he has to have the impact to make sure that his team can get themselves over the line here, and they all did it. I mean, it feels like a grind right now for Team Spirit. Like they are getting rounds, but it's painful. It's very painful. You can see our Spellness up there at the top of the scoreboard, 25 for 13. The highest ADR is with Sviat. He's had some big moments.
It's been a good game for Disbalance so far, but it hasn't been a good enough game for Team Spirit so far. And again, at least in the eyes of the public, they are a heavy favourite for this one. It's going to be a difficult buy for both squads. We've got UMPs on deck. Galil for Chopper as well. But there's good grenades here for Team Spirit, so hopefully they can use those to get into position. The MP9 for Sviat as well, I should mention. Now, the CT's light on utility kind of invites aggression. And look at that. BDAC looking to get very, very personal around this main position. Oh, he's gone a bit deep though. He's obscured his vision one way, but he's got to kill the other. And Kinky's here to clean up a flying M4 play, and Disbalance doesn't have position. He's going to try and create some space. Sviat going down in the meantime. But that is quite the result for DreamEaters. They've got the bomb on the bomb site. They've got a choke point with a smoke, and they've got double the numbers of Team Spirit. Still grenades flying in, streaming in. The only smoke for the CTs now is towards the B-bomb site, but they will reposition. And in fact, it seems like Kinky's going to go for a flank through Ivy. So Team Spirit, this is a disaster for them. They've got like no money in the bank and almost no personnel.
It's still a winnable spot though. You can see they're going to get themselves out into position. And you know, if I was watching Guardian right now, I'd be like, okay, this is on. Idis Balance though, he has been playing really, really well. So he's got no up his train. There is definitely ways to shoehorn your way in there. Oh, that's a tight shot for Speedax. Not an easy one to hit. He will whiff it this time. Idis Balance moving around quickly now. Their time is becoming an issue, and DreamEaters are trying to kill as much time as possible by having very hidden positions. And you just have to worry about absolutely everything right now. It's a big kill there from Sunday Young. Oh, there we go. We get ourselves the round over with. DreamEaters holding it down. And Team Spirit now are in a lot of trouble, as you say, James. They don't have any money, really. Going to have to go for a half buy.
See what they choose to do. Just a deagle so far, which disbalanced through to Chopper, it seems. Despite Chopper, I guess Chopper's going to drop a 0 for him in future, since he had the most money, so that would be why. At least they've got a good focus on their economy in that respect, that's cool. So there's a few pistols, a flashbang which has just been deployed. Crowd's going to get some information. That's a bomb carrier actually, that's all the information, or a lot of it. Look at the rotation from the CT side. Spirit not committed just yet, which is smart because 3 of the 5 players for the CTs made their way towards B. Maybe looking to use the element of surprise, but now their flashbang has gone. What will they choose to do? Sotfik having a look with the bomb, no less. And it looks like this round just slowed down quite considerably.
Yeah. Indeed it did. Just waiting around. Hoping the CTs will waste some more money, perhaps, in throwing some nades, but Idis Balance, he's only got a Glock here, so, I mean, if he had a Deagle, perhaps he could make something happen from that position, but the Glock really means that he is useless over there. A mere distraction, easily dealt with. He'll push out to try to create that distraction. Sviat will take him down. I don't think Sviat actually saw him. He took a lot of damage. Nice headshot coming back in from Chopper to at least get some level of damage on the CTs, but that will be it. 14 to 10 now for DreamEaters, and they are well on their way to winning map 1. And again, you know, I think it's the chaos in the first half. That's what you look back to. At least that's what I look back to. That really I think, put Team Spirit off balance. As soon as they got their first buy, you can see like it took them 8 rounds to get like the 9th round was when they got their first 4 buy, and you can see that's when they started winning rounds. That's when they got 4 buys. Surprise, surprise. The double orbs coming out for DreamEaters, of course. They've been enjoying those. A fast presence here towards inner once again. Team Spirit sort of just representing a default more or less.
Forward smoke. Pretty early on from DreamEaters. Always nice to ruin the potential timing of your teammates, but in case there was a play to be had, maybe a Molotov down a ladder room with a peek from main, something like that, then he can help himself avoid that. 2 rounds away now, DreamEaters waiting patiently, not too aggressive on this particular round. They've been changing their intentions as well. There's a flash disbalance walk into the angle, but it's not quite what he wanted. Speedak is still there, holding his angle. It's going to be a counter smoke. That's going to be a problem for Coldie. We'll see what he chooses to do. Well, that hasn't gone their way, Team Spirit. In the meantime, Chopper's made his way out, but Kinky will surely have heard this. We can see lots of activity from DreamEaters. All 5 are on the A-bomb site now with 40 seconds remaining. So they've got a hard read of the situation, and they're not wrong.
It's a big kill there from Kinky, just slowing everything down. Good returns, though. However, there's less than 30 seconds to go. Now, Crowd will drop Sumdai Young. How do they get the bomb planted? They do have a smoke, so they could re-smoke Ivy. They may have to, because that is completely open. And it's going to be a smoke on the... Oh, well, everyone's dead. Never mind. 15 to 10. DreamEaters looks like they've got this in the bag, James. It would definitely be a pretty huge series of mistakes to cost them the map at this point.
Yeah, it's been an uninspired game from Team Spirit, at least in this half.
Yeah.
And again, a back and forth at the beginning. Not ideal on the CT side. But you may feel compelled to do it. The smoke went towards the site for a plant which surely would have been sprayed down. But with 1 smoke, there isn't really an ideal situation anywhere for Team Spirit in that spot. The force buy is pretty reasonable. This balance on the scout is less than what you might have liked. But they've got a Krieg and an M4 and, sorry, an M4, an AK and a Galil. So there is definitely work they can do. They've got plenty of grenades as well to take position. You can see Crowd considering some wallbang harassment, opting for a main instead. Got Team Spirit huddling around the B bump site now. Crad's looking for a boosted player. Nothing doing just yet. Can be good to throw HEs up there as well. Sumdale's taking a lot of damage. Down to 5 HP. I'm not sure if he was spotted. Here comes some counter grenades. Crad trying to avoid the flashbangs. Cody's going to eat the Molotov, and Sumdale can't go through it because of his health, but the smoke's going to get dropped, which is still going to be a problem for the T side. 4 versus 3 retake situation if they can get the bomb down Team Spirit, but the numbers keep dropping, and it's Sumdale Young left for 5 HP. Down he goes as well, and DreamEaters have a very good start to this best of 3 series.
Yeah, that was pretty unexpected. I have to say, in Team Spirit, they couldn't really get the momentum going at all. Again, as I mentioned, and for me, it just really goes back to that CT side. We know that DreamEaters have not necessarily